Do you want to start live streaming on your YouTube channel? Do you want to start live streaming on Facebook? If that's you, then stay tuned for part 2 of why I use StreamYard for live stream software. More tips to come.
This is the Weightlifting Geek, the intersection of technology and technique, and the home of the 3, 2, 1, Geek Squad! I love it. I love it. This is good stuff.
Put 800 up there.
There you go. We hype now. Mondays and Fridays we upload a weightlifting video. Tuesdays we upload a technology video. Check out our social media. Check out our Amazon affiliate links. Let's get to the workout.
So what are we going to talk about today for Tech Tuesday? We're going to talk about 3 things. First, this is a follow-up to why I use StreamYard for live streaming software. If you missed the first one, we'll link it right up here for you in the corner. The second thing that we're going to talk about is how we're using the Xbox to now get audio and video. We kind of talked about how we record on the Xbox last week because Anna suggested that. But now we're going to do a follow-up as to how we're going to improve the content, for our Saturday silent live streams. And then number 3, we're going to talk about how I feel about this here game. So, if you want to know those things, stay tuned as we keep going. So the first thing, why use StreamYard for live streaming software? Last week we talked about how we would compare StreamYard with YouTube. Spoiler alert, I still can't do live streams with YouTube on a mobile device. Now, I now can do live streams on a desktop computer, but I can't do mobile live streams on the YouTube app until we have 1,000 subscribers. So that gives us something to work toward. But what we want to talk about is the advantages of StreamYard over the YouTube app live streaming. So we're going to jump into the computer and I'm going to show you a few things about that. And then once we talk about that, we'll come out, we'll talk about the Xbox a little bit, and then we'll talk about the game. So stay tuned. Let's jump in that computer. Welcome to the inside of my computer. Let's do a little housekeeping. Let's make our webcam a little bit smaller. You guys aren't here to see me. You're here to see the screen. Slide this over a little bit. We'll put this right about there. There's nothing for us to exit out of. Okay, so now that we've tucked ourselves way over in the corner, the advantages of StreamYard for me personally that I found is branding. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna play around a little bit. We're gonna create a new broadcast. Now I have it set up where I can do either Facebook or I can do YouTube. And you just have to go into your destinations and you can actually set up what destinations you want. And then you can add a destination. So you have the ability to do a Facebook page, a LinkedIn page, YouTube of course, Twitter, Facebook group, LinkedIn profile, Facebook profile. You can also do Twitch, which is interesting, Hopin or custom RTMP. So just wanted to show you that. So that's how I have mine set up right now to do Facebook and YouTube. But for the sake of testing, we'll do it on YouTube. We'll call it test, and then we'll call it test. And just in case, I kind of wanted to cover this again. When you come into StreamYard and you're setting up a broadcast, if you want it to be set up so that others can see it ahead of time and set a reminder, then you do schedule for later. When you schedule for later, you can actually add a thumbnail in. And when you add your thumbnail in, like let's say we're going to use this thumbnail. So then we do apply, because we kind of have to select what we want. So we do something like that. We do apply. And then now that thumbnail is there and you set it for the date that you want, and it's going to show up on your channel, and then people will be able to click the remind me and the schedule event kind of deal. But since we're just testing, we're going to make this, we'll call it a test. We'll make it private. We don't need everybody to see it. It's just for the sake of this video. So we'll click create broadcast. We made it private. And now we get to go behind the curtain. We get to enter behind the stage. Now, because I'm using Filmora to actually record this and using the webcam, that's the reason why it's not available right here. But otherwise, you would actually see unmute, start cam. You would actually see me here. You could do a mic test and all that kind of deal. So that's the only reason why it's not available during the recording of this video. But otherwise, like when we did our live stream on Saturday, I was here. You could test your mic and everything else. So we'll just enter the studio, and that's fine. It's just complaining because it doesn't like the fact that it can't see me. But this would be where you would see yourself down here, and then you would actually, when it's communicating, you'd have the option to add to the stream, and then you can add yourself to the stream. Now what I want to draw your attention to is banners. Banners are a custom deal that you can set up to show on the screen. So let's call this test, 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 test. And then we could do scroll across bottom ticker. Let's try that and see what it looks like. So now if we do that and we do show, it shows across the bottom and it says test, test, test. So you can set these banners up depending on what you're doing, and they're customizable. So it's something that I'm hoping to be able to use in the future to let people know what the live stream is about. Like for instance, using a TWLG with Nightbot to be able to share your channel. It would be a nice thing to have that set up to show and then go away. Then you can go over here and hide it because we don't need it anymore. So I wanted to show you that banners are very helpful. They come in, they are very useful in certain things. So the other thing is branding. Now our stuff is normally sky blue. That's been kind of the color of the Geek shirt and our logo. And ironically enough, it was actually the same color that I used for our channel banner, but I didn't even know about the logo at the time. It's just one of those things kind of happened. So you can come over here and you can actually do your brand color. You can pick your style as far as the theme goes. You can use the regular StreamYard. Because we have the paid version, these other features are available. So I like the paid version because I feel like branding is important. If you're gonna watch our live stream, I want you to see our logo. I want you to get used to these things that are a part of the channel, so that when you see a shirt, oh, that's the logo from the live stream. Or when you see our stickers, that's the logo from the live stream. That's the Geek Squad. That's the Weightlifting Geek. I know that logo. So I personally feel like branding is very important. Excuse me. And then you can also do timers. So let's say that we want to do a countdown and it counts down. And you could even do your own video clip. So let's see, is there a clip that I can grab? This is an old clip. Let's see if it works. It says trap bar deadlift. So we'll give it a second to upload. It's only 55 seconds. So even with my slow internet connection here at the house, it should not be too bad. And I say that and it'll take forever. But while we're letting that load, it's one of those things where you can do your own custom video clips and countdowns that you add into the video. So I'm just we'll give this a second to load. But all of these are part of your branding. One of the other things that was mentioned, I want to say that it was six-figure gains. Somebody asked about playing video in the back of your live streams. With the StreamYard app, you have these pre-selected songs that you're able to do. I will do some research to see if you can do custom songs. 55 seconds is taking forever, so we'll see. We'll just kind of let that go. Then you also have the ability to do private chat, and then you can also come over here to your settings. And this is where like you can do a virtual background. So let's say you had a green screen, you could actually create your own background that shows up in the video. Something that we're going to be working on, so stay tuned for that. That's coming too. You can come to your hotkeys to control how you mute your camera on or off when you share your screen, sharing video, next slide, broadcasting. There's a lot of different hotkeys that you can set up. It just makes it easier. You don't have to click and scroll. You automatically know what keyboard characters to use to do what you want to do. And then you can also do your layout, and then you can also play with the guests. So when somebody comes in, you can actually have a played sound, that kind of deal. So there's some options there. Let's see. That's still loading. I don't know. Y'all might just have to stick with the 30 seconds because ain't no telling how long we've been here waiting on that. And then this is the official comments that actually show up. And I love showing these comments during the live stream because when I'm in the gym, I'm not able to click on everybody to show everybody. But when the video replays, the live stream replays, the comments show up off to the right. So it still helps everybody to grow. And then you have the ability to share. So if you want to share slides, you could. If you want to share a video file, you could. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. And then you have the ability to invite somebody. So this would be the link that you would send. So like the live stream that we did with Mauricio, the link that you guys clicked on to view the live stream was through YouTube on our actual YouTube channel. But for Mauricio to come on and be a guest, this is the link that I had to send him, or one similar to it. And then he would be able to use that link to come into the actual studio and be on the live stream. So just kind of wanted to show you what that's about. And then of course you have the ability to do two people, crop layout, group layout. You can do the spotlight. There's a few different options. So it allows you to be able to do quite a few different things as far as how it works. So these are things that you don't have with YouTube. So let's see. Hold on, let me move me. And then let's go over here to YouTube. Let's go to, I think we have to go to the studio. I can't see myself. We'll go to studio. I think I still might have to move me. Just wanted to briefly show you what it's like on the actual let me show you what it's like on the actual YouTube website. But apparently I picked the wrong time to do this because my internet is acting up. These are the woes and the struggles that you go through. Because of my geographic location, I don't have a choice, but it's very frustrating as a IT professional to watch electronic grass grow, knowing how fast it's supposed to be and how slow it is being. It's very, very frustrating. And I think doing the actual picture-in-picture is using up some system resources, which is making it even slower. But let's see if we can get this thing to work this time. Let's see if it'll load. There we go. So then if we were to do go live, just kind of wanted you to see the difference between the two. So we could actually schedule a live stream. These are ones that have already been done. Not quite sure why that one. Oh, I was playing around with that one. So, yeah, I was playing around with that one. So if we were to come over here and if we were to do schedule a stream, let's see what's on the stream itself. Okay, so this has like the stream URL and all of the other fancy things that you would need to see. But I'm not really worried about that right now. We may cover that in another video. Let's see if we can come over here to manage. See if we can manage to manage. How about that? It's trying, y'all. It's trying. Man, I'm gonna tell you, I can't wait to be able to get some better equipment. So, shameless plug. Please buy a shirt. All of these things are gonna help us to be able to get better equipment, better laptops, better everything. So with the YouTube app or the actual website, because we have 500 subscribers now, we can create a stream, we can give it a title, we can give it a description, a category, we can add a thumbnail and a playlist. But as far as the branding and things go that we were just doing, none of that's going to be there. So the difference is this is just a plain thumbnail live stream. And of course you'd see the comments off to the side from the YouTube live stream. But I personally like StreamYard just because of all of the extra things that are there. So that's one of the things that I like the most about StreamYard. So I just kind of wanted you to see the difference between the two. And then once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we'll be able to do a mobile live stream in the gym using the YouTube website or app to see if the video quality is better, all these other things, but we're just not quite there yet. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. But we'll jump out of the computer and we'll finish the video. So the second thing that we want to talk about is how we are now improving the quality of our Saturday silent live streams with the Xbox when it's me and little man hanging out, playing Madden or Forza or whatever the case may be. We're now going to be streaming, or we already are streaming, on twitch.tv. So it's twitch.tv/theweightliftinggeek. Almost any given night you can find us streaming a game of Madden or destroying stuff in Forza, whatever the case may be. So feel free to jump on the stream. We love to see you in the stream and in the chat. And then of course we can actually download those videos and we can add them on Saturday on YouTube. That way you'll hear me and little man going crazy, me and little man mad, the whole 9 yards. So that's what we're doing now. It's twitch.tv/theweightliftinggeek. And it's really cool to be able to stream and just interact with everybody. So far we've had a maximum of 2 viewers on a video. So if you guys want to go over to Twitch and follow us, it would help us to grow there. We're trying to create a brand. We want to grow everywhere we can. So that's what we're working on. So that's how we're doing that. I'm anxious for you to see this Saturday coming up, the silent live stream of me and little man. You'll hear our audio and everything else. We didn't do one yesterday, or yesterday for me, but it's gonna technically be a couple days in the past for you because we had a video with Mauricio, the live stream, and I didn't want to do 2 live streams in one day. So this Saturday coming up, you guys will see the first one with the audio. So I know you're looking forward to that, and we're looking forward to you. Seeing it as well. And then the third thing that I want to talk about is the game. Very, very frustrated because we came out 21-3. We should have had it in the bag. We really should have had it in the bag. And it turned out to be just like the last time we played the Bengals. Everything was going great in the first half. It was great. We had them on lock. You know what I mean? They scored, so it was still, they kicked a field goal, then they scored, so it was 21-10. I personally feel like we should have gone for the field goal, or maybe we should have thrown it in the end zone as opposed to going to Hill, who was in the flat, because he just couldn't outdance anybody to get into the end zone, because that would have made it 28 and would have been a different story. The second half, we were non-existent on offense and defense. It was frustrating as a Chiefs man. Like, I'm expecting to see us come out with the same fervor, the same intensity that we had in the first half, and it wasn't there. The only thing that we did in the second half was kick that field goal to tie the game. And when we won the coin toss, I was like, man, this is going to be like the Bills. We're going to be in great shape. We're going to get out of this. We'll learn our lesson. We'll be ready for the Super Bowl. And that throw that Mahomes threw to Hill was perfect. Like, that throw was perfect. When you go back and you look at the replay, Hill is literally right here ready to catch it, falling back. But it just so happened that there was a defender behind him that was able to come from the back and stick his hand through to pop the ball out. And then there was another defender that was in front of Hill that was able to catch it and run with it. It's frustrating. We should have been in the Super Bowl. Now, I mean, I'm a Chiefs fan. That ain't gonna change. I love Patrick Mahomes. I always have. The first time I saw him, I was like, man, I gotta start watching that dude. Guy's amazing. I don't know, I just feel like that last drive before we kicked the field goal to send it to overtime, Kelsey was open right there in front of the end zone. That would have been a score just like Buffalo Bills, and we would have been done. Man, I don't know if Mahomes couldn't see him because he was scrambling. It's so difficult as a viewer to try to dissect what the player was thinking at the time, because when you got 500, 200, 300 pound people running at you, it's hard for you to think. So things happen, but needless to say, I'm not happy at all. I just hope that next year we come back stronger. I don't know, like the rough start at the beginning of the year had me concerned. Then we went on that 9-game streak, and it seemed like everything was in place, and we were doing good. Defense was picking up, everything was picking up, and I don't know. I really don't know. Incredibly frustrating, but it is what it is. I'm gonna be there to support them next year, and that's just how it's gonna go. But yeah, after the game went off, I didn't even watch the NFC Championship. I ain't watching football. I literally just sat on the couch and played on my phone, just trying to process. I don't know, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. But we're gonna come back bigger and better and stronger. I'm sure of it. And I'll be there for them next year to root. So just kind of want to fill you guys in. I know that most of you know that I'm a Chiefs fan, because every chance I get, I wear my jersey, my beanie, or whatever the case may be. So I felt like it was only right to do a little bit more than just the Tech Tuesday, and just kind of let you know what I'm thinking, what I'm going through. We'll call it a studio vlog. How about that? A studio vlog. So just wanted you to know what was going on, and I don't know, we'll be back bigger and better. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. But I do want to say thank you so much for sticking to the end of the video. Thank you so much for listening to me rant about how I feel with my team. And that's why we family, because we here, we got each other. So that's what we're gonna do. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to tell your friends about the channel. Make sure to tell your family about the channel. And if you don't want to tell anybody about the channel, then buy a t-shirt and let the t-shirt tell them about the channel for you. But above all, stay strong, stay positive, stay active. Geek Squad. I hope you guys have a good evening.